Okay, so my arch nemesis is on live. Um, I can't see you.
You can't? Hang on here.
It's like a photo.
Okay.
Also, this is just test. Well, maybe I collect enough statistics. All right, so we have
Hello.
Asian investor. He has better hair than I do.
No.
So,
Let me just turn this
okay.
off here. Hello.
Okay, I guess it works then. So, how does it work with a PK? Is this a PK or no?
No, not yet.
Okay,
I haven't done a
so
PK before, but we can just hang out and just kind of chat for a little while and talk about your day and my day, what we're working on.
I was just doing cold calls and I realized I can't live stream cold calls because then their address would be blasted out. So I don't want to do that. Um, went to a team meeting earlier in the morning, had a class. But I do want to figure out this PK thing.
Okay. Let's
Do
see
I
here.
just press match or something? How does it work?
Um, is there a match option for you?
It says like add live goal and then I saw something, but I don't know. The live goal is like donations. And then,
There's also multi-group. Hang on here.
huh? Oh, is
Yeah.
this it? The crying and the
Oh yeah, I think so.
laughing.
I think so. Except there's no one on.
So how does it
Okay.
work? Because when I see PK, it's like one
Yeah.
person is here, one person is here. So how do we do that?
I'm not quite sure.
Damn it! I thought I would get 1K a lot faster, and now I have no idea how to do this. Hold on one second. Let me see.
That's always the starting point, you know.
Okay, there's a something. There's a match weekend supreme. So September 29th through October 2nd. But I don't think that's it. Hi
You want to
Maya,
say
how
hi,
are you?
Maya?
So how does it even work? Interact? Lightning Q&A? I don't want people to guess my age. What about a better one? Would you slap a girl in the face for $8 billion? Oh my god. How can we have an intelligent debate? How did you go on last time? Did the other person just know how to do this?
Yeah, just wait. Here, I want to record an invite. If I can invite, hang on here.
Oh, there we go. Boom,
Mm-hmm.
I'm a genius. Um, so you go to grid view instead of panel. This looks pretty PK to me.
All right. So hello, everybody.
Hello. And one other person in it. So how can we have topics? Let me see. Hex poll. Okay. Should you I just want to test this out. Should you buy now or wait? Okay.
I
Buy
would buy now.
now and wait.
So for the folks
Let's
that joined on
do.
this call, we're talking about real estate.
Ah, there we go. I'm setting this up. It is working. Oh, did it go away? What happened? Is it still there?
Oh,
Can you see
no.
the
Yeah,
should you
when I
buy now
select
or
buy now.
you can see it now? Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. So I think real estate people is obvious, but the general population is like maybe you want to wait.
I think I think the key thing though is acquiring the asset at the price that you want, regardless of interest rates. And the reason why I say that regardless of interest rates is because if you understand the Fed, what they're trying to do is provoke a recession. In other words, they're like putting the brakes on the economy as hard as they can right now. But you can only do that for so long. Because remember, the interest rate that they charge that's high, that's also the interest rate that they have to pay for the government loans as well. So, in other words, if they raise the rates, so will their loan payments. And so, what happens is if you are able to negotiate a purchase price that you want, right? So, for example, if we're here in Orange County, it's easy, say $1 million on a piece of property. But if you're able to negotiate, say, 900,000 or 9.25, you're saving yourself, say, $75,000. That $75,000 savings by far would be better paying a high interest rate for say a year and a half, and then refinance when the rates goes down. Okay, but it's interesting because it's an emotional thing too. Because over time, people have their homes, and it's an emotional thing, and over time, they may let things go down a little bit further. You know, because this is my third cycle. And right around the 6 months to 1 year is when people get really nervous. And then people start letting things go. Reality sets in. The first 3 or 4 months is kind of like, we'll see what's going on, hope for the best. After 6 months, things kind of start become, hey, this is just reality.
When you
And
say third cycle, do you mean third recession cycle?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Can you give
It
us
was
some context?
Sure. There was a time. Okay, like the last one was 2008, 2012. There was a time where I remember in 2008, 2012, I can build a property from ground on up. They call it the vertical, from foundation on up, for about um, like 80 to $100 per square feet. And and the homes that they were selling for, that's bank owned, they were going for like $60, and it was cheaper to buy than build.
Where were
And
you?
so this was up in Seattle.
Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
so this is when you just ask yourself, what? Wait a minute here. It's cheaper for me to buy this than build. And the thing is, you think building nowadays is hard. Um, it was actually easier back then. It's gotten even harder. And
Why
so
is that?
back then I could, like, if I were to build something, it would cost me say 10 or 15% overhead, meaning like permits, feasibility studies, all of that. Now that number is more about $25,000, $30,000. And so that's why builders have to charge so much, because it's not that they're making more, it's just it costs more to do business. Uh, and so and so in 2008, 2012 was just cheaper for us. I call it the hoarding stage, where we just hoard. And if you have like a good relationship with banks, for example, because there are real estate agents that will represent banks, right? And then they'll have numbers on the books. And one thing that I preach a lot about is, and it's, for those that don't know, I own a lot of real estate properties, and over the years, you kind of work through and see what works, what doesn't, right? And after a while, you become really good at one thing, and so you can make quick decisions. And so when those opportunity comes, like for example, I love homes that are rentals between 1,500 square feet and 1,800 square feet. Okay, for me, that's the sweet spot. It's not too big, not too small, and when I have to, turn them, it's quick and it's easy to do. Um, also, at at that price range, um, you can there's quite a few of those that you can buy. And so what you do is you have, say, you get in contact with an agent who represents a bank. And what happens is you can just have that agent or contact the bank directly. Last time was like the big one we did was Bank of Mellon. And what we do is it's interesting. The person that banker who has that portfolio that they need to get rid of, it's just a numbers for them. There's no emotion. And so all you have to do is reach out to them and say, hey, this is what I'm looking for from, 1,500 square feet to say 19 or 2,100 square feet. I'm looking for a minimum of a 3 and 3, 3 bedrooms, 3 baths, for example, in this particular zip code. And then from there, I just basically say, hey, let's bundle this. So they'll come over and say there's five, right? And all of them are say 500 grand each, whatever it is. Why don't you? And then you say, hey, why don't I buy all three? And you knock 50 grand off of each one of them. And so that's how you're able to get those things. Now, is that going to be the case this round? No, because a lot of people have a lot of equity. So it's better for them just to sell it and capture that equity back versus having a bank, close on it. But, you know, um, if you're going to get into real estate, the opportunity is coming, or at least it's here, And so I would definitely, the stage right now is get your money or finances, uh, you know, um, out of the way. I mean, I like to make cash offers because cash offers move things pretty quick. But if you're not able to do cash offers, at least have access to lines of credit, hard money lenders, or even any sort of partnerships that you want to formulate.
Right.
To be able to do that. Because what happens is you need to understand what those criteria are. So when you see it, you don't have to evaluate, take time. You can make a decision really quick whether you want to jump on it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you won this debate. I don't even know what the
I
topic
was,
was.
yeah, I don't really know. This is just us
Yeah,
hanging out. Whoever wants to,
yeah, yeah.
tap 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 or whatever it is. Um,
You still have zero. I don't know why. You should have like a million. You gave some really good points, which I'm gonna steal and cut into a video if you don't mind.
oh, no. Um, but none of this happens overnight. None of this
Yeah,
happens overnight. It takes like 7 or 10 years. Um, you know, but the one thing that I'm grateful for is I started back in 97. It's when I bought. You
how
know,
old were you? Can I ask?
sure. I was in my early 20s. No, 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 no. What?
What?
How was I? No, I was in late. I was in my late 20s. I was in my late 20s.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
So, but the thing is, that one first investment taught me so much that through that one, I've learned, you know, all of this. And back then, we didn't have anything such as Bigger Pockets, YouTube, or anything. The whole real estate game wasn't even thought of, really.
Yeah.
Um, and then you kind of do that, and over time, you go, oh, okay, this is not too bad. I'm collecting income, and then the property's starting to appreciate, which is nice. So the next thing you do is you go, well, why don't I just repeat this?
Yeah.
Okay. And
What do
then
you think is the prediction? What's your prediction for the next the couple of years in real estate?
couple years. Oh, I think it's going to be a flat line than anything. But the key thing is going to be around interest rates. That's a key thing. So there's been talk when the Fed's going to U-turn, right? There comes a point where they have to lower the interest rate, and that's when things may turn around. But the part that's really weird that's different between it seems like every single one has a little kind of one off, right? This one off is really weird because there's still going to be a lack of inventory. Because here's why: there's so many people out there with freaking 2%, 3% mortgages, and for them to leave that environment for a today's rate now like 7%. That's one thing, right? But on the other hand, if the Fed decides to be dovish again, then you know, realistic 4.25 isn't that bad, you know. Um, but your analysis is going to be different between a home that you live in and a rental property, you know, and so
Yeah.
those analyses are going to be a little bit different. But I would tell you this: this is the one thing that a lot of people don't understand is when you hold a property for 7 years or 8 years, something magical happens in that 7, 8 years. Two things happen. One is your principal is paid down enough, but the second thing that should happen, especially when you invest wisely in the proper market, you have proper appreciation. And that appreciation will give you another opportunity to either A, to buy another property and cash flow nicely, or B, pay that one, or sell it, and the gains you have to pay off another. So I sometimes refer as buy two get one free, where you buy two and let's just say you break even, right? But after 7 or 8 years, there's so much equity in one that when you sell it, it pays off the other mortgage. Okay, but yeah, that's the thing that happens very magically after the 7 8 years. But the other thing that if you're getting to this real estate investing that a lot of people don't realize is you have, I would say, kind of like the investor next door who how, like, for example, they're W-2 earners and they like to buy one rental property because they think, okay, once I retire, that rental property is going to subsidize my my retirement, right? Be it an extra grand or two a month, let's call it. Okay, and you have those, and they set this up nicely where, hey, I got a combination of my retirement, my 401k, whatever it is, and then my rental will offset, some of that income, or provides that income. But for the folks that want to take it to the next level of really having wealth, that you need to learn how to scale. So in other words, you can self-manage like one or two, but after that, you cannot. It just seems like to do another one is such a hardship. So at that point, you need to learn how to scale. And so that's when after my third one, I said to myself, like, how is somebody able to, like, do 10 or more, right? And here I am struggling at 2 or 3. So you start to get into the ideal concept of, how do I scale this, you know? And
Awesome.
so and
Yeah.
so yeah. And once you scale it, you have systems in place to add another one and add another one and add another one. It's not a huge lift.
That's amazing. Well, everyone follow Asian
Yeah,
Investor.
one of us. There's one. No, this is good practice
I'll
for us.
I'll be a Chinese investor. I looked up Black Investor and it's not really real estate related.
Oh,
You can look it up on your own time.
okay.
Um
Okay. Are you trying to look for another hammer? Not hammer, a handle for
no,
yourself?
this is good enough. I need to
You
just
like
grow this
we
so I
would?
can get more clients. I mean
Yeah.
educate people.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah,
yeah.
this okay, we figured this out. I think it's just grid view versus like profile view or something.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, and this is where people like tap and agree, right? And I think it used to be like it was very obvious, one side was the left, one side was the right. This is less obvious, so I
Yeah.
don't know. Maybe we need to hold up our sign or something, like, invest in stocks
Hmm.
versus invest in real estate or crypto or
No.
something. I need to
No.
do my
Well,
research.
no. Sometimes you don't need to even have a topic. You can just talk like this, and then
Right.
people will literally. You might even have a group of mostly males, and they just decide that you're a female, they like you better, and so they're just
I don't think it works that way, but
you know.
maybe I'm wrong. Who knows?
I wonder if I can
Um.
send you a little.
Oh, thank you. Now I have 3 cents. 3 cents. Yay! But this is good. Can I just like cut up your interview and then just do like blurbs so I can go?
Sure.
Um,
Sure.
I can steal your fame and try to be famous on my side. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's not a lot of people on this, but
Oh,
this is also the middle.
you got to play some music too. You know.
What friggin' music? Rocky or something? Because sometimes they do like copyright infringement or something. Let me see. I was doing cold calls. Um, I think you went offline. I mean, I
No,
think
no.
this was good to just test things out. I guess we'll like. I need to do more research. I need to have statistics, man. You have your magical seven. You have your different, you know, numbers, and you've been through 3 cycles. I haven't even been barely alive for the last recession, so I gotta do my research here. You
But
know,
that's why we could talk. It's more about what it's more about what you're also seeing out there as well.
that's
You know,
true. Yeah.
because you're out there talking to people and everything, and like for example, here's a quick one. Is in this business like relationships everything. So I have a good friend named Nate, right? Um, and he likes flipping houses and so forth. And one of the type of properties I love, believe it or not, are ramblers with kind of loft type of ceilings because maintenance on a single story rambler is so much easier than 2 stories or even like the 3 story townhouses. You know, you got to
Why?
think about those times
Why?
because anything that's high, it's so much more work. It's so much more difficult.
Oh, okay. Okay, makes
You know,
sense.
versus like, and also the liability factor. If someone falls off on a rambler, literally, I've jumped off a roof of a rambler and be all right, you know. But when you're on like a 2 story or 3 story, you know, then people can die.
Yeah.
And so, but anyhow, so he has his, you know, I follow him. He has a great rambler with vaulted ceilings and everything. And I talked to him. I said, hey, I really want this. So give me first right on this, you know, tell me where the numbers need to be. So that's how I buy is some of that is off market as well. And so if you know, like a flipper, people that's flipping properties, you know, approach them. And the thing is, you don't have to do that many deals. You just have to do good deals. I'd rather do one good deal a year than 3 terrible or okay deals a year.
Yeah, because
You
real
know?
estate is stressful. Holy shit. Just even renting. It's like I've done 7 leases now in the last 5 months or so. That's why I'm trying to move away from it, even though I'm grateful for them. Like, I need to get some sellers, man. So,
Yeah,
um, yeah, I mean, the transactions, if they don't go well, it's a nightmare. It's stressful with
yeah.
gray hairs.
Sometimes I would leave units empty just because I don't find the right tenant. It's better for me to do that.
Right,
And
right. You don't want problem people for sure.
no, and so that's why I also like to invest in like areas with great employment, um, great school districts. What else is important? Just desirability to live there. You know, it's one of those things where I get a place where would I live there? You know, and also like when it comes to maintenance and landscaping, I have my people do it. I don't have the tenants do it because it, it's just
They
better
can't do
that
it.
way. Yeah, it's just
They're not
you
up to
know,
par. That's true.
yeah,
And they don't have an
exactly.
incentive to keep it looking nice. They'll just go
Yeah,
with the cheapest option.
there are some, you know, but you know sometimes it's just easy just to do that because what's interesting is this, um, it's almost like construction or even like if you had like some sort of workshop or what or the way that you keep your shop, your cleanliness, and when things are organized, for example, it sets a precedence. So, for example, if you were working at some sort of a wood shop, right, and you go in and it's just all over the place, that's how it's going to be. But on the other hand, if everything is organized, clean, then that's how it's going to be. And so, in a way, when you do that, you're setting an expectation to your tenants that, hey, we want this to be clean, you know,
Yeah,
a desirable place.
yeah. That's
Um,
awesome. Great.
yeah.
So should we just do this another time? Now I know how it kind of works.
Sure. Is there an option for you to invite somebody else? I'm just curious.
Yes, so I can invite another person. So if they're, do you want somebody? Do you want to
Okay.
invite somebody?
Um, yeah, but um, I forget what their hammer is. But what I'll do is next time I'll launch it, and then I'll invite. We'll have some guests
Okay.
on. Um,
And what's your
what
topic?
else?
Because I need to research, man.
Oh, we don't
I'm.
need to.
Yeah, I
There's
do.
no
You
research.
don't.
We just talk, you know.
Yeah. Okay. I do
But
need
what?
to. Yeah.
Yeah. But what's interesting is over time we want our viewers to comment and ask us questions,
Yes. Yeah.
and so that would you know,
Yeah.
but like everything else, this is kind of like the start.
Yeah. I think you have four
Yeah.
times the viewers as I do, right? You have four times the following. You have
I
like
don't even
4,000 or
I
5,000.
I don't even keep track anymore. But
I mean,
I'm just on here just to follow people.
which is
No,
good, you know. Like
no.
I'm learning a lot from you. So okay, I will do. I need to do some research. Okay, I don't care if you think it's a hangout. I'm like I need to
I just
bring
hang
my
it up.
knowledge up.
So
Um,
how's your outside of real estate? How's your comedian thing?
my comedian life. Oh my god.
How's
I
that?
I am gonna do a show tomorrow. Well, actually, open mic. New open mic tomorrow in Berlin Heights, and then another show in Placentia. So
Okay.
I need to write
Do,
some new
would
jokes because I've been neglecting that part of my life because of real
Would you ever
estate.
be doing anything in like Costa Mesa area or nearby so I can just pop in?
Yeah, I used to do Harp In, but I was banned from Harp In because of the bartender because he didn't like that I was writing while he was telling. It's a whole drama, but I don't know if I can do Harp In, but that's in Costa Mesa. That's very near Newport Beach. Irvine, let me think. There, do you is Brea close to you? I forget where you are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Whatever, man.
Yeah, there's Anaheim. Okay, so comedians are
Anaheim's
not
cool.
very wealthy people, so they try to go probably near the more affordable areas. I don't know if it's your thing.
Anaheim.
Yeah,
Um,
Anaheim, Fullerton. There used to be a Fullerton mic in the back alley. That was a lot of fun. Let me think. San Clemente. That's kind of a drive for you, but every
a little bit of
Wednesday.
drive, but it's a nice
Um,
drive. Hey, John.
yeah. But yeah, maybe you can do some jokes, Asian investor. Maybe.
I'll be there. I'll be there to support you.
Oh, thank you. You're so
You know,
nice.
just
Um,
like you know, yeah, just like the Ali Wong. You got your sidekick.
Dude, I introduced myself as Allie wrong one time, and everyone
Oh, really?
laughed because it's so funny. Now she's gonna be divorced, so she'll really be more like we will really be more like each other. But
Mm,
anyways, okay, yeah. Follow your
okay.
find your other person, and then we'll do like maybe
Okay.
a more of a group roast or something.
Yeah, he's a flipper and real estate agent as well up in Seattle.
Oh, okay,
So we'll be able to see
okay.
get some interesting comments there.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you. I thought it was going to take 1 week to get 1K people last time I saw you, and it took like
Huh?
actually 3 weeks, right? 2 weeks, 3 weeks? Two
I don't
weeks,
know.
right?
All I know is I had some cohort classes, and I say, "All right, man, you gotta help me out here." And then, but then yeah, so they all like, "Okay, okay, cool." I said, "We're not gonna." Yeah.
I mean, I think 2.5 weeks, I think. It wasn't a
Mm.
month.
No, it wasn't a month. I think
No,
it's just a few
okay.
days.
Okay. I just underestimated my popularity.
Yeah.
But
But
now
last
we're here.
yeah,
Now we can do this.
I
That's all that matters.
I
And how long it took.
I think 2 days ago you were like literally like 14 away or something like that. 1 or 2 days ago.
Yeah, I was like so close. And
Yeah,
then it just took so long, and then people
yeah,
unfollowed me, and that I was like, I just need to keep going. But now it doesn't matter. This is the only milestone that really mattered for me. Now that
mm,
I'm there, I'll just keep doing good content.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, dear.
awesome. Thanks so much. I appreciate you for
Okay.
hopping on. I'll talk to you
Yep.
later.
Thanks for those that are on the call. One of you. Thanks, John.
One of you. All right, bye guys.